So are you still in broadcasting?
No. Purely
Ah,
proudly South African.
you left already.
I left.
It's so nice here, man. Why did you leave us? Why did you leave us, Janine?
The station closed. What can I say?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But how was it like? How was it like in video?
It was great. It was good. It was Classic FM.
Oh, it was classic. Oh, okay. What were you doing there?
I head of broadcasting, managing some of the presenters, the events and
Okay.
concerts.
Okay. Now you joined Proudly SA.
Yes, from local talent to local products and services.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Let's get straight into it. Now, Proudly SA has partnered with many local businesses over the years. What makes the Hellion Made in Mzans campaign stand out for you?
So Proudly South African is a membership-based organization.
Yes.
When we partner with companies, it's purely because they're members. And we vet companies in accordance with 4 key criteria. So if you know you're buying Proudly South African, you know you're buying local, you're buying quality. Also, a company adheres to safe environmental standards, so they look after the environment, and also then fair labor practices.
Wow.
And for Helion, they went through all that vetting process, and they are quite intentional about made in SA, made in Mzansi. So the fabulous thing about partnering them is that they're going the extra mile beyond just the use of the logo.
Yes.
They're walking and talking the messaging, which we're so proud of.
Wow. Janine, many South Africans may not realize that trusted brands like Grandpa, Eno, Mad Lemon, and Aquafresh are made locally here. So why is it so important for consumers to know where their products come from?
Very important, because if you support local companies, you buy made in SA,
Yes.
it means you're supporting jobs in South Africa.
Wow.
When you are buying from abroad, you're taking a job away here
Mhm.
and creating employment elsewhere.
Wow.
That is the key messaging. So
Okay.
it's about the impact.
So when South Africans choose locally made products, what impact does that have on jobs, business, and communities? Because economy is so
Yes.
problematic nowadays.
So if you are saying buy local, why is it important to choose locally made
Yes.
products, etc.? The jobs is, of course, if you're buying, you are creating a demand for a product.
Yes.
If there's a demand for a product, the business doors will stay open.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a lot of uptake of the product, it helps to sustain the business,
Yes.
to continue to grow. And this is what a good sense that Helion has provided now. Helion Grandpa is 110 years old this year.
Wow.
Which is just phenomenal. And it's because there's a demand. People are supporting and buying the product. It works.
So, Janine, I find it so hard because South Africans often they say, locally, our brands here are cheap, blah, blah, blah. They opt to go outside. So how do you manage that? How do you convince South Africans to buy local brands?
So it's interesting that you say that, because often the messaging we get is that
Yes.
it's expensive, more expensive.
Mhm.
So I tell you, it is expensive to produce locally.
Wow.
It's expensive to produce. However, the rand that gets invested here, that rand is it's multiplied
Wow.
by looking at what the business spends in terms of creating jobs and supporting the economy. But I want to say it's how the brands position themselves. We do the vetting process. Quality is very, very important. And our brands are standing up to the best. Clothing, textile, footwear, leather. If you're looking at self-care products such as the Helion products, it really is, it's quality products that you'll find the world over. So high quality products, and it really is pitched at the right place.
All right. I want us to go back a bit because we had a problem with our thing here. So can you please tell us why is Proudly South Africa partnered with Helion?
So Helion is a member company of Proudly South African. So they went through our vetting process. So just to remind the listeners that the vetting process entails looking at local content. It looks at quality. So has the product and the service been vetted? Also to see if the company is a good corporate citizen. Is it also employing, looking after or taking into account the labor laws of the country? Is it also sustainable in terms of its own environmental standards? So Helion went through that process. So we know we vetted them. High quality products. But now Helion is going over and beyond. They are a member company of ours that, yes, they do utilize the logo, but now they've put out an additional campaign, Made in Mzansi. So they're the dream member company for us, and in that they are walking the talk.
Wow. Let's talk about today's event. How is it like? What was happening? How do you find the today's event?
today's event was lively. It was a beautiful representation of South Africa.
Wow.
And the cultures and the belief. And you know what the most beautiful thing is? We all have our grandpa's story or our Eno story or Med Lemon or our Aquafresh story.
Yes, yes.
So there was looking at the brands and how they've stood the test of time. We all have a story about what our parents and our grandparents have given us, our engagement with the brand, and that is all local. And I bet you a lot of South Africans didn't know that that is local.
You know, Janine, what I like when I get into the Soweto Tower, they painted a huge painting, grandpa. How does it feel like to see your brand, the South African brand, on these towers?
It gives you a sense of belonging, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been to Soweto many, many times.
Yes.
And every time I come here, there's often a new artwork. And the lovely thing about this event was, yes, the products are local, but we actually got to engage a little bit with the artists who painted that on the tower.
Okay.
So it is a sense of belonging, and it gives you a sense of what brings us all together. And that is our local brands.
Janine, in conclusion, what message will you like to share with South Africans who may not realize the power they have to support local jobs and communities?
I think the most important messaging, yes, if you choose local, you contribute to job creation, you uplift the economy.
Yes.
But what the most important thing for us now is to focus when we are no longer living and breathing on this planet. We have left, we've gone on to the next life.
Yeah.
What are we leaving behind for the next generation? So if we make the right procurement decisions today, it leaves a beautiful legacy and future for our children.
Please, please, please support local brands. People, they have that mentality of buying things from overseas. No. We start here, we support local business.
Absolutely.
Janine,
Amen.